Well, Chris Brown in Shetland told me that he had a little aerator in his ponds that was running off a solar panel and some old wheelchair batteries, and I got jealous. So I had a look in on eBay, and for 15 or 16 quid I got this thing which is bubbling away like mad now. So there's the little box that's controlling it. It's got a little pump in it and a little battery in it, and there's the little solar panel, which works great. So even at 2 o'clock in the morning, this thing runs on battery and it's still bubbling away like that. So, you know, it's probably bubbling away 24 hours a day, and it's made the pond nice and clear. You can see that. But anyway, it's a great little device which I made up with. But I wanted something a bit more than that, so I thought, you know, there's other things I could run off a solar panel. So I actually went out and got one from eBay. I didn't go out, I just ordered it online, of course. And I'll show you my new solar panel and the little things it's powering. Forgive the mess of the garden, it normally looks like that. So there's my solar panel. Yes, there's my little solar panel on the roof of what I call Laura's Temple. And then it goes down to a battery here and a controller. And there's the controller here. And the controller's great. It's you know, you can actually, if you can see that, you can actually look at how much current it's going. You can turn the power on and off. At the moment it's delivering 0.1 amps to the load, which is this thing, and there's the panel. And you can turn the power on and off just by pressing that twice. So I'm pretty made up with that. But there were several things I wanted to do with it. One problem is that it comes out at 14.4 volts when the sun's on the panel, which is too high for 12 volt devices. So I've taken the output and I've passed it through a couple of power diodes, and that drops it down a bit to about, you know, 13 volts or a bit less, which is more reasonable. So I've got that going directly to this thing up here. You can see it, which is an infrared illuminator, and that illuminates the garden in infrared at night time. So that's pretty useful. I've also got it going to a little 6 volt converter. So this is a 6 volt converter, and that allows me to run me little device here. This is a trail cam, which is they're pretty expensive on batteries actually. If you put 4 new AA alkalines in that, they'll be dead after a couple of nights or 3 nights or something if there's a lot of activity. But while I've got it plugged in on this, it doesn't cost anything in batteries, which is good. What else am I running off it? I'm also running a little radio in here, or I was. It's another 6 volt radio. Don't tell me that's died on me now. Well, it's actually a 7.5 volt radio. But it works fine on 6 volts, so that's something else I'm running off it. So it saves batteries in there. And what else am I running at it? The other thing I'm running actually is a little light over here. It's a 12 volt light, which I only got this the other day. Now I've got these 2 solar lights here, and they illuminate this area, which where we feed the pigs at night time. But it also attracts rats, of course, and that light and that light come on at night time anyway. And a nice sunny day like today, they'll be on till 2 o'clock in the morning, so I don't need anything else. But if you've had a dull day or a rainy day, or if it's in the winter, for example, they won't work. They'll cut out at about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something, which is no good. So I bought this little light here, and I've run a cable all the way from here to the output, the 12 volt output over there, and with a little device here which has 100 yards range, I believe, you know, line of sight, I can turn it on and off. So if you look at that, Yeah, it's on and that's off. So in the winter now I'll be able to turn this on and off as and when I like it, and even if it's pissing down outside I won't have to go outside to do anything with it. So I think they're my main little projects that I've got going on this solar power. I've got quite into it. But the other thing I've got, which I haven't mentioned, just in case Putin bombs us when we have no power, I've got an inverter as well, a 600 watt pure sine wave inverter. Now I've tried connecting that directly to the output of the controller, solar power controller, and it turns it off. It sees it as an error and just turns the output off. Done it a couple of times, but what I can do is connect that directly to the battery under here, and it works fine then. So I've powered up a soldering iron and a little sort of a 6-watt lamp, and what else did I have going? I had a few things. Oh, the laptop charger, yeah. So I had all those things going, so if the worst comes to the worst, at least we'll have some power if we do have any power blackouts on this thing. So there you go.